I'm a victim of a marketing scam that was targeting large content creators for UGC work, and they stole thousands of dollars from me. I want to preface this video by saying that I never thought that this would be me. I'm a very smart human being. I don't fall for scams. As a seasoned content creator with larger platforms, I know what to look for, and this was so elaborate and so detailed that no one saw it coming. I was contacted through my business email by a production company that was claiming to work with a very large company that all of us know. The first thing I always check for is the email address, because all of the scams are always from Gmail addresses, and this was not. They had about 4 or 5 different email addresses with different accounts, all within the same company name. I always get brands asking for my media kit, so I did, and I sent it to them. I was then given an offer, and for a lot of people this might be a ludicrous amount of money, but it was in the scope of how much I charge for UGC content. I then received an extremely detailed contract, and although I'm not a lawyer, I sign contracts weekly, and I know what to look for, and it was legitimate looking. I had other people look it over, and it looked normal. So I signed the contract, and they said that they were going to overnight FedEx me a check. And I get paid in checks. This is quite normal. When I received the check, I then took it to the bank. They asked me to deposit it. The bank says, yep, looks good, deposited it, didn't have a hold on it. I was then instructed to go to the post office, and at the post office, I was going to load onto this prepaid account. And I was supposed to film at the post office, but the post offices would not let me film. I know looking back, this sounds really crazy, but it's very normal for us to be filming in stores. It's normal to receive checks. It's normal to be on a timeline. If you're a content creator, you know that brands literally give you days sometimes. So with the QR code, I went to the post office and I asked them if I could put my money onto this so I could get the card and then create the content with it. But I have a limit on my account, as most of us do, so I was only able to put a few $1,000s onto it, and then the next day I was to deposit the rest. And I know you're saying, Claire, like, how did you not catch this? But the money was in my account. The next day I went to go finish what I was supposed to do as per my contract, and my bank card says declined. We call up the bank and say, hey, what happened here? I'm supposed to be doing this contract. I'm going to be losing out on all this money. And they say, this check is fraud. And at that moment, I realized, after I had spent thousands of dollars of my own money, that I have been defrauded. And I know looking back, this sounds really obvious, but I had signed a contract, I had gotten a check, the check had gone through. They sent me shooting briefs of what I was supposed to make for the content. They had a website, they had an accounting department, they had a content creation department, they had an information department. All of the people I was talking to had extremely good English. Before I signed the contract, I made sure there was proper punctuation. I really looked into this. And because I had to prove who I was, they now have my identification. So they have already opened things up against my credit, and they opened up a Bitcoin account and took the money that I deposited, and it is gone. I can make another video to show you how detailed everything was and to show you the red flags. And money is money. Money will come and money will go, but I care about my safety, and I care that now I have had to go to Equifax. I've had to go to the police. I've had to put flags on my credit for the next 6 years. And what really upsets me the most is that my page is about empowering people who have a disability, and I was taken advantage of, and it was most likely because I also have a disability. And I don't want to come on here and cry, because yes, this was me. Yes, I deposited the money by myself. I am responsible for my own actions. And the worst part, I can't even claim it as fraud because I paid cash, because I willingly did it into my own account. These people are so smart. They are so detailed. I bet you it's run by someone who understands content creation, because everything was legitimate looking. Please do not accept checks. Do not give anyone your ID. I've never felt so violated and unintelligent in my entire life. I'll make a part 2 and show you the do's and the don'ts and what is a red flag and what isn't a red flag in content creation and our business. But I had multiple people look this over, and they all said that it was legitimate. So please be careful. These people are vultures, and it can happen to the best of us. And as embarrassing as this is, I know that it's important to talk about, because it can literally happen to anyone. Be careful. I love you.